Hello and welcome. I'm Enigmus, and this is something new. This is something that I haven't done before. We're taking a look at a brand new game. It's called Folktale. It's so new, it's not even done yet. This was just put up on a pre-release feature with Steam yesterday, I think. Maybe the day before. It's by a company called Gamesfoundry. Calling this an alpha version of the game. You can see, you're looking at the menu right now. The options are tutorial, options, or quit to desktop. The sandbox feature is apparently going to be the central feature. From what I understand, it was requested by the community previously. They're hard at work on that, and that leaves us with the campaign tutorial. I want to give you guys an opportunity to take a look and see how this game is coming together. So remember, this is an alpha. We're going to take a look at what we've got with the tutorial. Probably going to take a few sessions, which I'm fine with. And then as things are added, new releases are given to us, they update and patch. We'll come back and take a look at the new stuff. So here we go with the tutorial.
For months, your people have struggled through swamps and forests, across deserts and frozen wastes, battling storms and high seas that threatened to dash them against the rocks. They came to escape from the tyranny of the evil Lord Blackdark, whose rogue financiers had crushed the population to little more than indentured slaves. Fleeing a land where toast is rationed to only the select few and the good people eat only stale bread, your brave subjects have fought and suffered before arriving on the shores of this remote island. It is here they hope to find peace and tranquility, where they can farm and build a new... Oh look, there's Bernard. Hello. Where was I? Oh yes, to a land where your people can build a new society where freedom and toast are available to everyone. And it is up to you, our steely-eyed leader, to build a brighter future for your brave pioneers. Because let's face it, the villagers aren't the sharpest swords in the rack. This is the world of Folktale.
So that kind of sets the stage.
Welcome to our new village. Let's practice moving
Yes,
around.
let's.
Moving the mouse to the edge of the screen will move you in that direction. Alternatively, you can use the W, A, S, and D keys, or the arrow keys.
Haha.
We should set to work building
We
a
made him
windmill,
shut up.
planting wheat fields that can be harvested and milled into flour. Superb! Our villagers will set to work hammering and sawing. In the meantime, why not place one or more wheat fields next to the windmill? The closer resources are to buildings, the less time villagers will spend transporting goods, and the more productive they can be.
Then we want a wheat field. Might as well put it here. There we go. Farmer's field. So it starts off, it's kind of
New
like...
building options
Yeah.
are available.
It's kind of like an RTS so far. You've got villagers who are available to do different tasks, and you build different structures that perform different tasks, gathering resources and making certain things available. You can see they built a windmill. It's got a health bar, like you would expect to see in an RTS.
New building options
And
are
then we can
available.
train
Our windmill is ready. My way. Train a farm.
to specialize these
Great.
guys.
You just trained your first specialist.
And then these guys.
Farmer will tend to the fields, planting seeds and harvesting wheat, before delivering it to the windmill to be milled into
What he
flour.
said.
Your villagers will then be able to buy flour from the storehouse to make bread, generating more income for us. We should build a woodcutter's lodge close to the woods and train one of our folk to be a woodcutter.
So here are the woods. You can see it's got, if we go... Actually, it doesn't get any bigger. It's a little wee icon with a stack of logs for the lumber camp. So we want a woodcutter's lodge as close as possible to that. Now, I've seen people suggest like a freeform building thing where you'd be able to build structures wherever the land, the terrain is able to support it. Right now, what we've got are predetermined sort of spots, and we click on the sign and then we select the structure. In this case, woodcutter's hut.
Let's get to work.
And off they go. Peasants will show up momentarily. If you watch the mini-map, you can actually see peasants kind of moving around towards the woodcutter's hut. So definitely an RTS feel so far, but it's got that sort of humorous aspect to it, like the sea monster. You expect, oh no, it's a sea monster, it's gonna wreck the ship, we're gonna be shipwrecked, and that's the start of the game. No, it was roadkill. And our peasants here have kind of an unhealthy fixation with toast. That's sort of the thing. That's like, I guess their steak and lobster is toast. It's not just stale bread.
New building options
It's
are
toast.
available. Good. Now select one of our folks and send them to the Woodcutter's Lodge for
So we're going to
training.
send all 3 of these guys for training. It's quick. Once you send it for training, as long as you've got the resources to make it happen,
Y'all want something?
they basically go into the building and they come out fully trained. And now we got to send them over here. There's nothing for them to fight over here, but this is not under our control, as evidenced by the white flag. You can see as soon as they show up, the flag goes down and comes up blue.
Resource secure. Our woodcutter will chop down trees and saw logs into planks that can be used to construct other buildings. We'll also need more iron bars and stone. Build an iron smelt near the iron mine and train a miner.
So here's the... Oh no, that's the stone quarry. This is the iron mine. So we want to build an iron smelt. That's not it. That's it.
Boy, you best not be messing with me.
I was expecting this game, if you've played Overlord, it's basically the same theme throughout the game. It's all the British accents, sort of the peasant folk pretty much throughout the game. But this one, they kind of change their accent depending on the specialization they have. So general peasants tend to have that sort of British accent, and then the woodcutters get the redneck accent. It's kind of interesting the way they've set it up. And, you know, let's make fun of everyone equally, I say. That's generally a good way to go about things. I think these are my woodcutters that are... What the hell are they doing?
I've got the set. What's up, Slick?
Yeah, those are my woodcutters.
Now
We should
what?
be down here cutting wood. I guess I still had them selected.
I'm on the trail.
And that's why when I said build the iron smelt, they came running. So you can see the iron smelt, again, very similar to an RTS, is kind of the health bar indicates the progress towards completion.
New building options
And
are
then
available.
voila, except I think...
Yes, madame?
Yeah, only one of them is male, and right now, just because I did a little bit of reading on this, I wanted to make sure before I came along and suggested anything is fact or final. It's the animations they don't have for all of the different specializations. So right now, currently, the female characters can only be innkeepers serving beer, and the men can be everything else. So I've selected all 3 of these guys, and if I say go in for training, it'll only send one of them, and that one will be the male. And
Excellent. Before our miner can get to work, we need to clear out the rat infestation near the mine and hoist our faction flag to state our claim.
fortunately,
Select one or more villagers and right-click on one of the rats near the iron.
everyone can fight,
To save this land!
which is good because the woman is kicking ass, and actually the women are kicking ass.
Oh, well done. Now move some of our villagers close to the faction flag until it changes to our blue
And
colour.
we'll send all of
When the
them.
flag is at the top of the pole, we gain control of the resource and are captured. Superb. Now build a stonecutter's lodge near the stone quarry and train one of our villagers to be a stonecutter.
Now this is something that I didn't recognize from RTS games, which quite honestly I haven't played an RTS game in some time, and it is actually the corpses, after you finish fighting, have loot that you can access by double-clicking on them. So we got a helmet, we got a venom fang, looks like a sword or a dagger, and some golden stone, so we're going to take all that. And more golden stone, and short blade, another venom fang, and golden stone. So, I mean, that's kind of neat. I like adding loot to things like that. The game was actually advertised on Steam as an RPG. You know, an RPG strategy, so I was a little bit surprised to see all the RTS, which I don't mind, because it's a genre that I typically enjoy, despite having not played one in ages. We need a Stonecutter's Lodge. So hopefully it's not going to pull my miner away to build this. But it's pretty sedate. It's got the nice sort of fantasy medieval peasant village music going on. We can take a look around various different places. I don't want to look around too far because I don't want to give away all the goodies, but you can see we've got some cottages here, and cottages similar to housing and barracks and other structures in sort of like RTS. The more you have, the higher the population cap for the village, it would appear. In fact, we're going to be told to make some cottages soon. Train a stonecutter, capture a stone quarry, okay. So we've got new villagers arriving on the ships at fairly regular intervals, which is good because there will come a time when we're going to be killing them off a lot faster than we get them. Where did they must have? Oh, there they are. They're directly beneath me, making a move for the pub. That's right. Just off the boat, head for the pub. Isn't that right, folks? And I think they are, in fact. Yeah, they're in the pub. As soon
New building options
as we need someone to build, however, they will come out. They're fairly dutiful people, and they will come out and they'll help build whatever we need built. So here again,
Yes,
2 women and a guy. Only one of them will train to be a stonecutter, and he goes. Out he comes, but we're going to take all of them,
All right, my love.
send them up to capture the stone quarry. I just assume more people means it happens faster, and it looks to be the case.
Resource secure. Oh, is that it, bruv? What did the big man say? Big man? He says he's been talking to them weirful monks who is like all the way up on the mountain, innit? Innit though? They is proper in the clouds. And they see all these like filthy human beings getting comfy on our turf. All building villages and thing, you get me, bruv? I hear you, man. So the big man reckons they is all our property and he'll get some wicked coin for them, innit? What's the plan? We go down there and they're all like, oh no, please don't make us into slaves. And we like take them back up to the big man. They got any protection, bruv? Nah, man, that's the best thing. They got nothing. Let's do this. I hear you, man. Let's do it. Listen up. He was all the property of the slave master Urzal, who is taking some of you to be his slaves. The rest of you better shut it, or we will take all of you. This is our village now. You get me, yeah?
Well, I guess we ain't alone on this island no more.
So what are we gonna do, lads?
Well, we can't just leave them to the goblins, can we, dear boy? We should go and rescue them.
But we're not soldiers and we ain't got no swords or nothing.
If we don't go and get 'em back, them goblins will be thinking we's all just here like turkeys waiting for Thanksgiving.
We need volunteers. Good, brave lads who can go on a rescue mission.
What about you, Bernard? After all, they did take your wife.
Well, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, I can't go. I've got, important buildings to make.
Shoot, I can't go. I've got important, logs to chop.
And I've got, important, holes to dig.
Hey, didn't they also take Jethro the farmer?
What?
They took Jethro. You know, the farmer.
But that means...
What?
That means that we can't grow wheat.
So?
If we can't grow wheat, then we can't make bread.
So?
If we can't make bread, then
What is it, man?
that means we can't have toast. That's it, boys. We're going to get Jethro.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh yeah, let's get the wife too. Let's get tooled up. One of your buildings caught fire.
This is serious business.
Improvised weapons to defend the village with. Build a barracks and send one of the villagers there to get him equipped as militia.
I don't know if you can actually, like, put out the fires. If you can, I've not been successful in doing it. obviously I've played through a little bit beyond this point just to get a feel for it, and all I can say is the fires eventually went out like that one did, and then they run over and they start repairing the cottage. So didn't seem to be too big of a deal, but we have been asked to build a barracks and train some militia. So we'll get the barracks started. As soon as I get my bearings here, there's a spot near where we want to be able to exit the area, I think. Is there a spot? No. Where did it go? There's a spot. I guess that'll have to do this one. So we're going to build our barracks here. So what I did when I was playing through before, the interesting detail is right now there is no option to save your game. At least when I pull up the screen, if I go like this, save and load are both sort of grayed out. I'm assuming that hasn't been implemented yet, so it's fine, but that's why I didn't get so far in my last attempt. I built up my my barracks. You can see here comes my workforce to build it up. I trained 3 militia, which in this case I don't think I'll be able to train all 3 because I've only got 1 guy here. And then I sent 3 on this little mission to recover the people, thinking that would, you know, just wanted to see how far they would get. Not far. Not far. So I have to train up several more, and I would suspect that we're going to be waiting a little bit on some resources. So we're going to end this episode, if you want to call it that, here. In the next one, we're going to have the militia in place. I'm going to aim for 6 to 9 militia. We'll see how it goes.
New building options are available.
And then we'll head off on the little mission that it's sending us on to recover our villagers and restore our ability to make toast.
Okay.
Yeah, so it costs 100 gold to make 1 militia. I don't think these women are going to be allowed to train. No, they won't even be allowed to train.
A woman's work is never done.
So we've got 1 militia. We're aiming for 6 to 9, and then we'll head off. We'll get into the more of the combat end of things. We've got some werewolves and some goblins and things that we'll be fighting. So I hope this is interesting to you guys, because I'm really, really intrigued by this game. I'm going to be following it closely, especially now that I basically own it and I'm just waiting for it to be finished. So leave your comments below, and I will be participating on their forums very regularly. Again, this game is already available on Steam. You can purchase it now, have access to what I'm playing, all the updates, all the other stuff, and then when the game is released fully, you'll have full access to it. You won't have to pay any more. So, if you like what you see and you want to be notified when I add more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and take care.